Newsom courts big oil as gas prices threaten political ambitions. Uh-oh. The guy wants to run for office. How are you going to do it if you keep hating on oil industry? Mm-hmm. How will he pull it off? Remember when Trump's like, don't forget what he said, factoring, fracking. Remember what he does with fracking. Don't forget what he said in one of the debates that took place. Not him and Newsom. It was a different candidate. So last year, Newsom stood before Californians and declared that oil industry, that polluted heart of this climate crisis, big oil, he said, was lying, manipulating, profiteering. They're screwing you, he added, after signing a bill to bolster oversight. Months later, one of Newsom's top energy regulators was dispatched on a plane to America's petroleum heartland on a mission to placate the oil companies threatening to flee California. Newsom, a Democrat in his second term and final term, is making a remarkable shift in his approach after leading a years-long crusade against fossil fuels, which may have ended up being more successful than he intended. California, often home to the country's highest gasoline prices, is now staring down a potential energy crisis as the industry pulls up stakes. Chevron Corporation moved its headquarters out of the Golden State. Refineries are closing. A key oil pipeline is hemorrhaging money, and Republicans are warning that gasoline prices could end up at $8 a gallon in California. Newsom has disputed this estimate, but says it's a top priority to bring down gasoline prices of Californians. The focus comes amid growing speculation that he is gearing up for a presidential run in 2028. Tom, your thoughts on the story?
Well, first of all, to the Bloomberg writers, you smarmy little bastards.
Ooh, whoa.
Look at this.
Whoa, hold on.
Newsom's top energy regulator was dispatched on a plane to America's petroleum heartland. They wrote it that way because they didn't want to say Texas. They didn't want to say that Newsom's advisors had to go to Texas and make peace with people that they had kicked in the balls. Yeah. That's what they didn't want to say. Bloomberg didn't want to say, dispatched on a plane to America's petroleum heartland. No, they can't just say, hey, they went to Houston, Texas to talk to Chevron, to talk to Exxon.
Son of a...
Number one. Number two, I honestly believe that there's something wrong with Newsom that you couldn't have seen this coming. You had refineries. It doesn't matter that Chevron moved the headquarters out. It was the Valero refineries and others that shut down because of a bunch of regulation, and they said they're not going to be there. And then I think what caught him out is the EV slowdown. If the EV slowdown doesn't happen and he gets to 30% EV cars, then he doesn't need the gas. But guess what? The EV slowdown happened. We're trying to get lithium. The president is trying to cut lithium deals, investing in companies which I disagree with, trying to make the lithium deal to make the lithium available, which I 100% support, my president. More cowbell, please. And I see it. And so this is Newsom getting caught in the vice. EVs slow down. Now he needs the oil. Weird. The refineries are gone. You can't spin up a refinery in 10 minutes. So, hey, get the Red Cross here with a boat so we can give water and people to here after the hurricane. No, you can't do that. You can't just build a refinery overnight. People like DeSantis, right, built a bridge in about 48 hours to help people after a hurricane. No. That's leadership. But Newsom is completely caught out, and then Bloomberg can't even say Newsom sent his guys to Texas. So I see two sides of this. This is the way liberals write, and this is why words talk, numbers scream, and you got to dive into the articles to see what's really written. But right now, Newsom is pinched.
Oh,
Adam.
Well, let me tell you, this is the one way that Gavin Newsom will win the election that he's destined to be a part of in 2028. We talked about how, Hollywood, the movies, nobody has deeper connections to Hollywood than Gavin Newsom. But there was a movie that took place many years ago. It was called Men in Black. And Will Smith would hold something up like this. And they said, look right here, boom, flash. And it was a memory eraser. And that is the only way that Gavin Newsom will possibly win a general election, is that he wants to completely erase your memory of all the damage he's done in California. And if he can do that, look right here, boom, use his hand. I love your impersonation
that's all he
of
does
his
is
hands.
his hands.
Look right here, a la Will Smith, erase your memory and be like, wow, what a great guy this guy is. He's well-spoken and he has great hair. I'll vote for him. That's the only way a guy like that's going to win. Because if you have any semblance of a memory and you don't have dementia, shout out to Joe Biden, there's no way you're going to take this guy seriously. So he's hoping that everybody forgets.
I don't care what anybody says. Anybody says. To me, I think whether you like the guy or don't like the, whether you're going to vote for him or not, Rob, if you can pull this up, this is probably one of the best interviews I've seen Newsom do. I saw him the other day. He's sitting there doing an interview with this one guy, and this guy's asking him questions. And I'm like, actually very good answers that he's giving. Go ahead. This guy here, go ahead.
Well, he uses his hand. Adam made a great point, Pat. I realized Gavin Newsom, he'll distress.
Just pay attention. Just do me a favor. Just pay attention. Go.
Of California, Gavin Newsom. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Daniel, for having me. I want to apologize in advance. Just really quick. I gotta let you know now the flight that I was on was delayed, so didn't get that much sleep. But I'm here now, and I want to thank you for having me. So.
My first questions are about the ICE raids in California. How do you feel about the situation?
How do I feel? I think Donald Trump is an authoritarian. I think he is a tyrant. He thinks he's going to come to California and act like Hitler, like literally Hitler. Look at that. Who do I find?
Have that, huh, Vinny?
That's Donald Trump. But guess what? Not on my watch. All right, not on my watch. Here, you can keep that. Yeah. It was a
pause it right there. You got to give it to him. He's like just a very fascinating guy to interview. In the interview, actually did a great job in the interview. Anyways,
this is
gang,
fantastic.
let me tell you guys what's going on here tonight. This is the first time we're announcing it because at this point, those who are coming, you know what the story is. Tonight, Eric Trump will be on the podcast, 7 p.m. tonight, live. We will live stream. Put it in your calendar, 7 p.m. tonight. Eric Trump. We haven't had him on for a minute. I think we had him on last year.
Right after the election, we had him on.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to cover here with him tonight. And he hasn't done a lot of podcasts and stuff for quite some time. He's been kind of low-key for quite some time. We got some things to ask him about. We got to ask him about what Trump 2028 really means.
Yeah.
We got to ask him about some questions with Kirk, the investigations, FBI, a bunch of different things. But we're looking forward to it. And FYI, just to give a credit where credit's due, LA fans won.
Really?
The amount of
look how blue that thing is.
Blue.
Tom
Guys,
bought like 200.
why are we voting blue, guys?
You
Why
think
are
he
we
went to the
voting blue?
bathroom? He was in there buying
VT
200
merch,
hats.
VT merch, just so you guys
5.
know. Well, I mean, it was, if you subtract 50, it wasn't even close. This destroyed Yankees. If you're watching this, go get your navy blue Future Looks Bright hat. But damn, this hat looks good. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.